My office has been atrocious and I need to get it together. I need to clean it. I just got back from a business meeting. And it went super duper well. And so well, I stopped by Best Buy and I made a purchase. And a much needed purchase for my desk. But you're gonna help me set my office up. I do want to make some changes in my office, but not today. These are major changes that I want to make, and this is, if you know me, like, I have to sit, design, sketch out everything that I want to do. Literally, I make sketches of rooms and what I want to change in it. But yeah, so I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit. So help me get my office together. Okay, BRB. Okay, so now that my office is somewhat decent and very functional at this point, more functional than it was before, let me tell you what my decision was. I have dragged this on. This is the third week. Week 3. So, yes, I did say yes to the dress. No, I did say yes. I am starting my own company. Well, by the time you see this, it was already started. But I did decide to start my own company. And the name of that company is, drum roll please. Actually, you all have seen the company name already, and you just didn't know it. The name that is on my YouTube channel page, that is the name of my company. It is A Higher Purpose. And I'm sure you're wondering where that came from. So I will let you know that now. So there are a few things that I'm going to be doing under A Higher Purpose. So I will continue to write on my blog. I have made the decision to just do a writing once a month. It takes a lot to write, and if I'm going to incorporate all of the other avenues in this company, I have made the decision to just do writing once a month. It takes about that time anyway to get something rolled out, because I write like 4 and 5 pages of material, so that's going to be a once a month thing. You will continue to get YouTube videos from me. I will do once a week. I will get you through your midweek, so just like you've gotten the videos every Wednesday, that's what I will continue to do. I don't know how long the videos are. They will vary, but I will also give you shorts every day. So look out for those as well. And it will all be My Purple Song Home. So that is going to stay. Now, these next 2 things are items that I am working on. And it's stuff that means a lot to me. I wanted to put a product together, all of them together, that, yes, it means something to me, and it may be an inside family type meaning, but I wanted to create a product that maybe your family did the same thing and said the same thing or liked the same thing. So, hopefully it will translate like that. And I appreciate your support. I have never worked on something so hard in my life. And it feels good. Like when I get out of bed in the morning, instead of doing, just watching TV, grabbing my phone, I grab my laptop and I get to work. And it feels so good to be able to do something that you love and you're excited about. So I'm excited. My instructions years ago was to stick with what I was good at. Stick to what I was blessed with. And that is my creativity and my willingness and my want to help other people. There is no coincidence surrounding the jobs that I've had. I have been a manager for 14, 15 years. I have been in social media. I've taken on jobs in nonprofits and for-profit organizations. So I've had a whole array of experiences, and each job, whether they've been great jobs, because I have had great jobs, or whether they've been bad jobs, has always taught me something. I've always walked away with something. I've always dealt with issues within an organization. And that has made me who I am today. I have a friend in one of the jobs that I left last year who, whenever she would go through something at work, it would just be the end of the world. I love her dearly. Don't get me wrong, I love her dearly. And I know she's watching this. But she saw how I handled difficult times at this same place, and it was the complete opposite. People are going to be who they are. But it is all in how we deal with things that's the most important. People so often live for their jobs. I have never been that type of person, because at the end of the day, when I have to go home, those people at my job, my boss is not going to be with me. I have to look at myself in the mirror. I have to be who I'm going to be in order to make it through the day. And I only answer to one person. I say this to say that navigating jobs is sometimes not the easiest thing in the world to do. And I don't care if you do have a great job. You still may have personal issues going on in your life that you have to sometimes bring to work. And how do you deal with that? I went through one of the toughest times that I had ever gone through, dealing with a personal issue of me not having children and having to smile and lead a group of people every single day. My body was changing. I did not know what was going on. And yet I still had to go to work and produce. How in the world did I make it through that? Prayer. God. Writing. There are tools that you can have that will get you through certain things. I remember one time I was in the clinic and one of my providers was acting a certain way. I'm not even going to say if it was a man or a woman. They had done something horrible to me. I was so mad. I got in my car. I just started driving. I called HR. And I went off. And I was so mad. And she said, "Calm down. I'll talk to this person." Soon as I hung up the phone, I burst into tears, and I cry when I'm mad. And all I could do was call out to God. I said, "Lord, help me." And I said a prayer. I started praying, and I constantly prayed on it and prayed on it and prayed on it. And my prayer turned into a plan. I had a different plan of attack for this particular person. This person did not want to see me succeed because of race and gender. And I was able to get through it, absolutely able to get through it, because I prayed about it and did not stop praying about it. Gave it to God, and He blessed me with a plan of attack for not only how to get through it, but how to handle this person. And I did. I take all of these experiences, because Lord knows I have them. I take all of these experiences and I have something to give. I am gonna go and take courses to make it legit. However, I feel as if I have a lot to share. I have a lot to teach. And that's one thing that was placed on me a couple of years ago that I have been running from, because first, you couldn't get me to go in anybody's classroom and teach children. That's not my calling. Not my assignment. But teaching adults, teaching employees how to be not only great employees, but be responsible for their emotions, be responsible for how they handle certain situations in a workplace. You know, I did first want to start out with just women, because as a woman in the workplace, it has been difficult to navigate around, especially in a male-dominated setting that I sometimes find myself in. But I'm not going to discriminate. I will, coach men as well, but I am particularly wanting to coach women on how to navigate the workplace. All right, so I wanted to talk a little bit just quickly about where the name came from. A higher purpose. So honestly, one of my really good friends, she posted something on LinkedIn. She was in a meeting. She was in a meeting, and that was on the whiteboard in the meeting. It said something like high performance for a higher purpose. And it came at the same time where I was struggling to try to find a name of what I wanted my company to be. And so when I saw that written on the whiteboard, I said, higher purpose. I took a screenshot of it and I said, okay, well, that's an idea. And then there were a series of events that happened along the way. So I don't know if you recall me talking about a young man I was talking to, and he made the rude question towards me saying, why haven't I ever been chosen before? Speaking of why hasn't anybody ever married me? Why hasn't anybody ever chosen me? And as you can recall, that completely tore me to pieces. Like, took me out. It made me question me, my value, my worth. But I'm glad he posed that question to me, because it made me look deeper on, why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? So even though he was a complete jerk for asking me that, because of the context of how he was asking me, he did something to me that day. It triggered, well, why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing right now? So shout out to him. Another factor in how I chose my name was, I went through early menopause. And if you look back on my other videos, that was also devastating. When I was in my bedroom growing up, I was still playing with a doll. I'm not even going to say what age, but I shouldn't have been playing with a doll, but it was a baby doll. I was acting like that was my baby. Being a mother is something that I have always wanted to do. And now that has been taken off of my plate, well, what is it that I am supposed to be doing right now? So that's another gotcha moment where I had to dig deeper to figure out, what is my purpose? And so I was flipping through my photo album in my phone, stuck out to me. And so I put it on my vision board. I have an app on my phone, and it's a vision board app. And so I put it in the little square, the picture, and I'm like, is that it? Maybe. And so I prayed on it, and a higher purpose. So that is what I decided to call my company, A Higher Purpose. So that's how I got the name. All right, so I wanted to give you a little acronym of what my company will follow. As you recall, in more than one of my videos, I spoke on how fear almost led me to not do certain things in my life, and almost prohibited me from going after my dream of owning my own business, and not following through with what God placed in my heart to do. So I came up with an acronym for the word fear that will drive this business, and I wanted to share that with you. So F stands for faith, grounding everything we do in faith and spiritual principles. I believe that faith is the foundation for overcoming challenges and embracing our higher purpose. E is for empowerment, equipping individuals with tools and confidence and inspiration they need to thrive in every season of life. A is for authenticity, sharing real stories, experiences, and struggles to create a relatable and transparent community. R is for resilience. Encouraging individuals to rise above challenges, adapt to change, and persevere with strength and determination. Resilience is the key to turning fear into growth and opportunity. This acronym reflects the journey of transformation that a higher purpose embodies. I acknowledge that fear is a natural part of life, but through faith, empowerment, authenticity, and resilience, I hope to help individuals conquer their fears and step into their higher purpose. Thank you for watching this 3-part series on decisions, and I pray that you enjoyed it, and I pray that it might have inspired you to do your own thing, but never operate out of fear. That's not a good place to be in. But please share, like, comment down below. I love the comments you guys leave. The private DMs, I accept that too. I can share my email address. Some of you have even gone to my website and left comments there. So I'm very thankful for the audience that I have on Instagram, Facebook, and here. And I pray to see much, much more of all of you. And I have some exciting new things coming up, so please be on the lookout for that. You will not want to miss it. But like I said, please comment, share, like this video, and I just want to leave you with the words that it's another nugget. But it's what I leave you with after every video. Please remember that you were given this life because you are strong enough to live it. That was a nugget.